What is instance variable? Let's look at a Java class first. If you have the image of the class, then you can identify what are the variables and what is instance variable, how it behaves. So here is one class example. I have a class called GTS. It has three variables: service name, service cost, and service ratings. And it has one public method called book service. So if you look at, there are these variables are outside this method, but inside this class. Okay, outside this method, but inside the class. Okay, so these variables are called instance variables. Let's see what other features it has or other properties it has. So instance variables are those variables that are accessible by all the methods in the class. So here I have given you an example of one method. If you have many more methods here, then all the methods also will be able to access these variables. Clear? Next. It says they are declared outside the methods and inside the class. That you've seen already. These variables describe properties of an object and remain bound to it at any cost. So what does it mean? So let's say you have this class. Now I'll write one more method. Let's say public static void main. Okay. Now inside this main method, if I create an object or multiple objects, so I'll create two objects, object 1 and object 2. Each one of these objects will have a copy of these sets of variables and the method inside this particular object. So when it is created inside the JVM in heap memory, right, it will have these copy. Similarly, one more copy will be there inside obj2, object 2. So that is what it is saying. And whatever is there inside obj1 and obj2, they are bound to it. Okay. Now let's see the other part. So all the objects of the class will have their copy of the variables for utilization. Is it clear? If any modification is done on these variables, then only that instance will be impacted by it. So let's see. Here you have obj1. Okay. Now if I use this object obj1 and call this service name, then only that particular object would be impacted for that particular variable. Okay. So you can think like this: obj1 dot service name equals to, let's say, name 1. Similarly, I'll create one more object and I name it as obj2. If I have obj2 already, and I give that name as name2. Now inside the JVM, right? These two objects will reside independently. Okay, they won't impact each other. So these type of variables are called instance variables. If you are clear about this, then good. If you have any questions, feel free to comment and ask your doubts. I'll be happy to help you out. Thank you.